Yobo, welcome to another edition of In the Life of MightyFan here. We got pickups. I'm going to recap Black Friday, which was obviously last week, a couple weeks back actually. Sorry I couldn't film that time. I just got busy and just, you know how things go. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, it's all over for the holiday weekend. But I got some things in the mail. I got a couple things in the store. At different stores, I should say, and still waiting on a couple things in the mail, but I'll talk a little about that after I show the pickups. So let's get right into it, okay? So the first one here, finally got one. So this was at the clubhouse store at Citizens Bank Park. I was there on Black Friday, which I'll get into in a bit, and then I was there again the next day with my buddy Mark M. We saw the tree lighting outside the stadium, the annual tree lighting, and then they had also another sale going on at the clubhouse store, 30% off, so I took advantage of it, and I finally got one of these. I got the powder blue Phillies replica jersey, but the Authentics, and they didn't have powder blue in the Authentic with the World Series patch on there. The Authentics are like $4.50. So, yeah, we're just going to go with the replica for now. I do hope maybe next year to find one, either like a team issue or something like that, at the Authentic stand. They didn't have them available at this time, but maybe by next season. And I do hope to get one with the, the World Series patch and all for a bit cheaper. It's hard to believe that you can get like team issue or game worn jerseys cheaper than the regular, retail version for Nike, but it is what it is. But it is the powder blue. It does have the World Series logo from this past World Series. Of course, the game was not a win, but it was still awesome to see them wear the powder blues in the World Series. JT Realmuto is the player I got this customized. They had the blank jerseys, and they have a customized stand there. The ability to do customization, I should say. So I got JT. My buddy Mark M got Bryce Harper. So very, very nice. Powder blue with the World Series logo on the sleeve. And, yeah, I mean, I was hoping to grab one of those at some point. And there it is. Okay, so moving on, we got, this one just came in the mail. I got this real cheap off eBay. It is the Legacy line. They have not made an Authentic in this particular jersey yet, but we got the Mitchell and Ness, Eddie George, basically your rookie jersey right there, Houston Oilers. He was drafted by the Houston Oilers. And, of course, moved to Tennessee with the team. And, of course, later the Tennessee Titans went to a Super Bowl. Really, really great running back from the Ohio State, as Snacks would be happy with me saying that. And also, of course, Philly's own Eddie George right there. So I have a few Eddie George jerseys in the collection. And this is one I wanted to get. Even though it's the Legacy line, it's still nice. That Love You Blue Oilers jersey you can never go wrong with. And, kind of rounds out the Eddie George Oilers Titans collection. Mitchell and Ness, like I said, to date has not made this in an Authentic form. They haven't made the white one either. But maybe someday. But at any rate, there it is. I do have an Authentic white Tennessee Oilers Eddie George jersey, but I didn't have a powder blue until recently. So there it is, right? All right, let's keep going. Oh, these lights. So we're going to keep going to one of the Black Friday pickups from this past Black Friday. This was actually not a great Black Friday sale or anything, but being a member at a premium member with lids, you get a little discount. Not that much. It's not as much as it is for hats, but I think it's like 10% or whatever it is for merchandise. But I used it to get the Flyers Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey. This is the Fanatics branded one. I honestly didn't. I felt I didn't need the Adidas Authentic for this one. The detail is basically what it's going to be. So I didn't think I had to go the extra bucks for an Authentic. So this is supposed to be based off of the 1975 season, which was the second of their Cup championships in the 70s, 74, 75. The one thing that I've noticed that the Fanatics brand does not do, as I move a fuzzy off of here, is they don't put the year date on the inside the way they would have for Adidas. But if it did, it would have said 75 reverse retro. But at any rate, this is the jersey. This is kind of the look of it. You got the orange and black going up the sleeve. Again, it's supposed to be reminiscent of that 70s jersey that they wore, which is similar to what they wear today. But, the player's Carter Hart, only player they had available. I was actually at the Flyers game this past Thursday when the Flyers did wear these. It was Throwback Thursday night. They wore these jerseys, and they lost to the Lightning 4-1. Just the less points, the better, because we can get that draft pick. Come on, Flyers. You're doing your job. We need that draft pick. But Carter Hart is the player. So, I was happy to get it. Obviously I was going to get it irregardless because it's a new Flyers jersey. And, of course, any new Philly team jersey I want to get in the collection. So there's that one. And I did get at the game. This is from the Wells Fargo Center. So got the hat for it right there. It's a mesh back. But it's got the stripes going around, and it's combo wombo. There it is. There they are together. So I picked that up at the game this past Thursday night. I saw Steven Stamkos hit his 1,000th point. I always like Steven Stamkos, so I mean, I think he's always been a great player, obviously, and he's been on Tampa his whole career to this point. 1,000 points, that's a lot of points. A lot of points against the Flyers, so it was kind of fitting he got his 1,000th against the Flyers. We've seen a lot of those points against us, even though it's not in the same division. Oh, my. So let's keep moving on. I'm going to show a couple hats here. I actually have a couple unbagging jerseys to do, because I just got these in the mail yesterday, and it's kind of ironic they both came at the same time. I didn't buy them from the same place. They just both arrived at the same time, and they're both basically for the same team. So I'll get into that in just a second. But let me share these hats. This was one of the hats I picked up during the Black Friday deal that NHL.com shop was doing. It was basically the Fanatics conglomerate was doing 30% throughout the board on all their different various sites, and NHL Shop was doing it, and they were also doing it on the new reverse retro stuff, which was really cool. It was really cool to see that. So I picked up a few things for reverse retro 2.0, and this being one of them. I didn't get the jersey just yet, but I will be getting it at some point, hopefully. I got the Islanders hat, because you figure that's going to be a tough hat jersey to pair with the hat, the reverse retro, because it is the Fisherman, and they brought it back, and I do want to get it at some point. So there's the hat for it whenever that happens. This is basically one of those designs they did. It's a Fanatics branded, Adidas branded hat, but there it is for the Islanders reverse retro 2.0. And this one I picked up a bit ago, not during Black Friday. Was this Black Friday? Actually I believe this was Black Friday. I think this was a Black Friday pickup. I know I got a few hats and I got a few jerseys, so I believe that was part of it. Got the Coyotes right there, the Space Coyote. This is, and I do believe this was a Black Friday pickup. But another style, it's the mesh back, like the Flyers one. But it's got the logo on the front with everything going on. I did get the jersey for it during Black Friday, but it's the only thing from that order that hasn't shown up yet. But it should be coming this week. But I did get the 2.0 Coyotes jersey because I just thought it was so just unique looking, and it was one of those that I figure once it's gone, it's gone. So I better move on. So, and then this was a Lids pickup. On Black Friday in store. It's a somewhat new collection they've been doing for the holidays, the Tinsel collection, and it's the Phillies, obviously with the 96 All-Star, little red under. Nice, I like this. This is a nice set, and I believe it's in-store exclusive. Little Batterman in the holiday colorway. Nice piece, white gut on the inside. But a nice Nice Phillies hat right there for the holidays. In fact, I wore it last Saturday for the tree lighting at the ballpark. Okay, how do I want to do this? All right. So I'm going to unbag these two jerseys. They're, like I said, they're both from the same team. And ironically, they both came at the same time. One of them was a eBay pickup, and the other one was part of the 30% off deal from NHL Shop. So let's get to, this one was from eBay. And hopefully the bag is, I did not bring my scissors down, so hopefully these bags are easy to open. Okay, this one's pretty easy. Okay. Oh my. Now this is a Fanatics branded one, and I got it because it was pretty cheap. Apparently, there's been some reverse retro 1.0s floating around at Ross department stores, so I don't know if these came from there or not, but I know I've seen some people on YouTube showing some, pickups from Ross and the jerseys. I didn't see any, 1.0s. And even if I did, it may have just been the Flyers, and I already have a Giroux for that, so, but, you never know. That's why you always have to keep the eyes open everywhere. So, I don't know, kind of an influx of these, hit eBay, and they're all the Fanatics branded ones, so I would imagine these were probably picked up from Ross, or maybe they just had an abundance somewhere that some sellers have been posting. But I'm glad because I had a chance at this to add it to the collection. Like I said, it's the Fanatics branded one, but it was pretty cheap. So we got the Nashville Predators, the Predators 1.0 reverse retro. This was the original one they wore a few years ago. It is modeled after their original jersey, the look of their original jersey when they came into the league many years ago. So you got the big logo on the front. I really like the silver on this, and it goes down the sleeves right there, and then on the cuffs of the sleeves. It's got that, Predators mustard yellow on the front, but the original was navy blue. So basically reversed it to yellow. Really, really sharp looking. Again, it's the Fanatic branded one, but it's still really nice. You have the numbers on the sleeves, and you have on one shoulder that kind of alternate logo that they had for a time. Right there, Nashville Predators. And there's the number again. The player's Pecorine, who was a great goalie for them for many years, who just retired recently, but was a great goalie for Nashville for many years. And I had a couple choices of players, but I figured I'd pick up a Rene jersey because he was a great player, one of the all-time Predators. So figured I'd get his jersey, and this is my first Predators jersey in the collection. So this was the first. Actually, one I guess I should say was ordered first before this one. But as I said, they both showed up on the same day, which was just so ironic. Really sharp jersey. Like I said, I just unbagged it right now. So this is the first time I'm seeing it in person. And I know, people, whatever about the Fanatic branded stuff, but I think they're still decent jerseys. Yes, I think everything would pop a little more detail-wise if it was an Adidas, prime green or what have you, hand-stitched and everything with the numbers and letters. If you went that route, with customization. But even though, even for, a Fanatic branded, it's really a sharp jersey. I mean, the colors really pop on this. So I'm glad I was able to grab it, Like I said, there was kind of an influx of these hitting on eBay. And I don't know if it's because of Ross or whatever, but the one I still want to get is the 1.0 for the Coyotes, particularly now I got the 2.0. So at some point I want to get that purple Space Coyote in the collection. And I know that people have been finding those out west in their local Rosses, so I've been checking on eBay to see if any of them pop up, but haven't had much luck so far. But I'm keep looking. Always looking. Anyhow, let's go to the second one. This one I think I have to say, there's always jerseys in a set that I think people sleep on. And I think this is going to be one of those from the 2.0 set that people are going to sleep on. And I think I liked it just by looking at it on the computer, or on my phone, I should say. But, just seeing the bit of it that I'm seeing right now, oh yeah. And I did get this in Adidas form. So this was part of the Black Friday sale on NHL shop. So let's open this bad boy up. I guess you can kind of guess which team this is, but let's see. Now, they usually have like this little, like tissue paper, to cover the numbers up from the inside, from the back. Okay, they did this one a little. I see what they did here. Okay. All right. Let me put this on a hanger. I'm going to put these tags on the inside. This is a prime green. I want to say Indonesia made, yep. It's an Indo. Goodness, I should have brought my towel over here. I have it over by the chair there, but... Oh my. Oh. My goodness, this thing pops. And I am glad that I got the Adidas in this. I knew if I was going to get this, it would definitely be the Adidas Prime Green. Because the detail, it's just, again, nothing against the Fanatics branded, but this, oh, goodness. Oh, we got the Predators 2.0 reverse retro. And I thank NHL Shop. If they didn't do the 30%, I wouldn't have gotten this right away. This probably would have been sitting, and I don't even know if I would have gotten it. Who knows? Once they're gone, they're gone, Let me just take care of this loose threading. Boy, this is this logo really, with the with the prime green, so they're supposed to look a little three-dimensional, the logos, and it doesn't always show up the best for some teams' jerseys, but this one, my goodness. So this is based off of the alternate jersey that the Predators wore, like their first alternate jersey many years ago, and it basically had the same front logo. And so this is mustard yellow. So I call that colored. It was like a spicy brown mustard yellow. It was very unique just for the Predators. And, I still feel bad. Some years ago, I had a chance to get one off eBay. I think it was a Paul Correa, and I didn't. And now it's like, the funny thing is, particularly in the hockey game, every time there's a jersey that people just say is so ugly, they don't want to touch it, blah, blah, blah. Years later, it becomes one that everyone wants. Right? So you got the Butter Knives, Sabres jersey, you got the Fishermen Islanders jerseys, right? You had the Burger King, Kings, various ones, and the alternate for the original alternate, which is this is based off of. Anytime you see it, particularly already done as a player like a Correa or Peter Forsberg or what have you, they want crazy stupid money, and they get it because hockey collectors don't care. There's no value that's too high. They will go after stuff. Now, I know the paying for it comes in handy, and the original version of this, I still want to get someday. Because now, particularly that I have this, I want the original of it. So we'll see. But this is beautiful. And again, like I said, I think this one, out of the whole 2.0 set, could be one of those that people sleep on. And years from now, everyone's going to want to get it. And then it becomes, hard to get, and then triple the price on eBay if it does pop up. MightyFan thinks of these things. Yeah, that's what I got now. I don't have to pay triple the price now. Now I got it. So look at this thing. Let's get into the details. So you got the captaincy on there. It's a Roman Josi jersey, number 59. And so unlike the original version, they put the logo on both shoulders, right? Because on this alternate, they had it on both shoulders, and on the original, they only had the logo on the one shoulder. That's why, if I remember correct, that's why on this one, you only have it on the one shoulder. Oh, boy, this is... You got the NHL shield, of course, right there in the throwback colorway, the orange. That's like an old like vintage looking shield that they did for the reverse retros. You have Nashville across the front, and some people don't like this. They think it's a little too much, but if I remember correct, on the original it had that. So again, they kind of wanted to, you know, model it after the original, and why not just keep it kind of the way it was, right? And that's a fierce prep. Look at this thing. Look at that saber tooth. Oh, now people don't like this because it has that kind of eyes, like the Ottawa Senators logo had. It looks like it's following you no matter where you. It's just the eyes are just following you, right? But I think that thing looks sharp, very sharp logo, and I like again, I'm happy with the fact I got a prime green, because if you notice the 3D effect on, look at the teeth. Come on, that is just too much, right? And on the bottom, you do have the silver, white, and navy blue stripes. Does have the fight strap. I have no idea why these jerseys come with fight straps. But they do. The Authentics do. The Prime Greens, the Adidas Authentics do. And unlike the Fanatic branded ones, it will have the year on the inside neck. So this is based from the 2004 jersey. Nashville's initials, reverse retro, 2004. The detail on this is really, to me, it's spectacular. This is a really nice jersey, and the detail on the shoulder patches too, very nice. You have some dazzle twill at Mac. Dazzle, woo! Right, Mac wants one. I know he's salivating right now. He wants to grab one. You got the Adidas logo, which this year for the 2.0s they did not put Adidas anywhere. They just made the logo, Yossi, double stitched onto a nameplate in the 59, and that is that unique to Nashville font right there. Beautiful. I really can't stress enough that I do believe this is going to be one of those that people sleep on. The stripes on the sleeves. There's just so much going on in this thing. That's the thing I love about hockey jerseys, the detail, just all the crazy stuff going on. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Roman Yossi does have the air vents right there, as you can see. Really, really nice. I do think it's a shame that Adidas is going to lose the rights to the NHL in a few years. I think they do a pretty decent job with their jerseys, with the Authentics. The price point is pretty good. I mean, compared to the Nike price points for MLB Authentics, go away, right? So, so let's put the bad boy up here, and we're gonna match it. Of course, combo wombo as always. I did get the hat as well during the sale, so there it is. Now this will go with the 2.0. I still have to get a Predators hat for the 1.0, but the back, same as the back of the inside of the neck. There's that logo again, that fierce saber tooth. Ooh, even better. Look at them together. Rawr! You better be careful. They're going to get you. Slim, you got to be careful next time you come to the Mighty Kingdom, huh? I'm going to wear this. We're going to see. I know Slim is, Slim is sitting there going, as long as it's not festive on a jersey, everything's okay. All right, so let's move. I actually got a new phone holder too, so I want to put that into circulation. I'm going to take this off of the tripod. I really like that. That is sharp. That is a sharp, yeah, no pun intended. That is a sharp looking jersey right there. Very sharp. Good job on Nashville. I think they hit on both of them, to be honest, on both of the reverse retros that they've done. And again, I understand that, to each his own. Some people might hate them. They don't like the yellow. They think it's a little too much. That mustard or canary yellow, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's because my favorite superhero wore canary yellow. I have no idea. Of course, I talk a Mighty Mouse, but it's one of his colors was yellow. Okay, this might not work. I think it's a bit too, yeah. I don't like that light up there. So I'm going to move this back onto the, now this actually is not bad when I do my lives. Because when I do the lives on like, I apologize for the light. When I do my lives on like, say, Instagram, Facebook, I have to hold, the phone has to be straight up. So this is where this is going to come in better than with me doing these YouTube vids. I'm going to have to keep it on the tripod for those. But this is my new, I'll show it when it's on back on the tripod. We are live. So I do think that that's going to come in more handy for those, for lives, because again, the phone has to go straight for those. You have to kind of keep it straight. Okay, let me move this over just a bit more. Come on. We can do this. Goodness. Yeah. I gotta get these legs back to where they should be. Oh, this is a production. This is a production, man. All right. Almost there. Damn that light. Good. Towel off again. I don't know why I have the water fountains going right now, but you know, it is what it is. Oh my goodness. So that was part of the haul from Black Friday. And not all of them were. The Real Muto jersey was. The Yossi jersey was. The others were eBay pickups. So those were not part of the Black Friday deal. And the hats, like I said, I got the Phillies, the Tinsel collection hat on Black Friday, but it wasn't really a sale. It's just I get a bit of a deal because I'm a premium member there, so you get I think 20 or 25%, whatever it is, per hat. And like I said, the Carter Hart jersey I got from on Black Friday, but it really wasn't a Black Friday sale per se. It's just it was my discount being a Lids member. Standing under that light. That's the only thing about filming over there. It kind of gets me after a while, I guess, but it is what it is. See what I do for all of you wonderful people? You just don't understand. So anyhow, let me show you this. I got this off Fanatics, and so here's the Eagles phone holder. Okay, so I am going to use this. This will be put to use. I'm just going to use it to hold the phone up in front of me when I do the lives on like Instagram. If I go on do a live on the Facebook groups like Kings of Throwback, I'll set it up that way. And the cool thing is it does have a little like hole where you can have the wire go, connect to the phone and go to where you would plug it in, which the outlet is right behind me, so that makes it easy. Usually when I go live, I sit here. It's just the lighting's good. It's really the best. I'll probably try to do another live on Instagram, just as a heads up. Probably on the week of New Year's, last week of December. What day, I don't know. But I will probably do a live at that point and just kind of do a little year in review. Maybe talk about some, what else, jerseys and hats. But I will post something about that in my story on Instagram. So you want to make sure you're following me there if you're not already, at MightyFan. And I'll try to do a live like once a month. Like a little round table. We get other jersey heads involved. Anyone can join in. You don't even have to be a jersey head. If you're a hat collector, if you're just someone that enjoys to talk sports and talk shop or whatever, feel free. I mean, there's no rules to this. This is just basically a freewheeling conversation that goes on for a few hours. It does. I think the last time I did a live was like 3 hours. Maybe even longer. I don't know. I always lose track. But it's fun, you know. I'm there talking with friends, and it's just, you know, yeah. I mean, you just lose track of time, but sometimes that's a good thing, right? It's when you're having fun, time flies. Is the old saying. Okay, Black Friday, Black Friday 2022. Um, I gotta say, the saving grace was that 30% deal at that NHL shop had that Fanatics was having, because I was very, very, very disappointed with the stores. And this is a trend that I've noticed over the last few years, and I'm not happy with it. You know, Black Friday used to be, and listen, I say that, and I understand that anymore, year round, there's so many sales, right? You know, Mitchell and Ness, even. Mitchell and Ness used to have like 2 or 3 sales a year. That was it. That was it. Now they have a sale like every other week, right? But I get it. I get it. You can always find deals. Fanatics run sales all the time. Lids does different things. Mitchell and Ness does different things. All these different sports outlet entities will do sales throughout the year. So you really don't have to wait for Black Friday to catch a really good deal. But Black Friday to me used to mean something as far as the brick and mortar stores, as far as going out, taking advantage of the deals, getting some stuff, you know, looking around, hunting around. You know, it was something that I always felt meant something. It was like that was the big sale day, right? And I know it's kind of morphed into the whole weekend, and then you have Cyber Monday, and then you have all these other holiday sales throughout the month of December, and all these things, right? It's nonstop, right? Because people want you to spend that money, right? That's what these stores want. The problem that I've noticed in the past few years, now this is 2 years in a row, really, going to the mall, you know, and the thing is, you know, it's an event for me. I set my alarm early. I get up early. I go there when the mall opens. And I'm in different stores, right? The normal haunts for me, right? So you got Dick's Sporting Goods, you got Pro Image, you got Lids, you got, what the heck is it? Rally House. Okay, those are the norms for me when I go there, right? That's kind of my loop. So those are obviously the places I want to go on Black Friday. So last year, if I remember correct, the only place that was really doing a sale was Dick's, and they were doing 25%. And I went back and thought about this. I believe the last 4 or 5 years previous to this one, they have done something throughout the whole store. All right, they have marked discount stuff, you know, deep discounts and whatnot. But they would always do something that revolved around the whole store. All the sporting, you know, all the team apparel was a certain percent off. I remember when it used to be like 50%. A couple of those years it was 50%. I know because I went and I got the new City Edition Sixer jerseys those years. I remember it was the Rocky themed one, the gray jersey with the stars in the circle, and then the next year I think it was the Liberty Bell themed jersey, and I got both of those 2 straight years at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I believe they were 50. I know for sure one year it was 50. It may have gone down to 40 the next, but still you were getting a discount on a new product nonetheless, right? I got hats. I got various different things throughout them. Last year I didn't. Last year they were doing 25%, and I know that. I remember that because I went back and looked at the video from last when I did the vlog in the mall, like the week leading up to Thanksgiving and Black Friday. I like rewatched that video, and yeah, it was 25%. I go in there, and I got there just a bit after the mall opened. I overslept a bit. The alarm didn't get me up as it should have, but I got there at some point between around, I want to say between 6:30, 6:40 ish a.m. I got there, and I went to Dick's first because there's an entrance way to it, and you go to the mall. It's one of the entrances. And that's where I wanted to go first anyhow. So I go there, I go inside, and I'm looking around, and I should have known. Because right away, I'm not seeing any kind of signs anywhere that says, you know, everything, whatever percent off, right? 25%, let's say. Nothing. I saw a few signs on some racks for like pajama bottoms and stuff that I just have no interest in. You know, this is on sale, or you know, Champ Phillies merchandise. Um, you know, that stuff that they just want to move out, right? But there was nothing for like anything else. And my main reason to go there is I wanted to get the Flyers reverse retro 2.0. And I figured, okay, well, I can get a deal because it's Black Friday. Dick's always does something. Maybe I'll get like 25% off and I'll be able to grab one, right? Well, not only didn't they have a deal, the only reverse retro jerseys they had were blanks. They didn't even have player name and number jerseys. And I remember when they did the 1.0, I got the Giroux at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they had a few players available at that time. I know years are going to change. I know the Flyers aren't like really a great team now, but still, it's like, okay, so all right, you just got blanks in. All right, well, and there was no sale. There was no percent off. It was just regular. And I went and I asked one of the employees. I don't know if he was the manager or whatever. I said, "Hey, what's the deal today?" And he kind of gave me a strange look, and he's like, "Oh, it's the everything that's marked down, clearance or whatever is on sale." And I'm like, "You guys always did something before. In how many years I've been coming here, it's always been some sort of percent off." And he's like, "Yeah, maybe that was just last year." And I didn't tell him, "Well, it was the past 5 years." But I'm like, "Yeah," because I did mention that last year was 25%. And he's like, "Yeah, that was maybe just something we were doing last year." And so I said, "You bunch of Grinches." And I went on. I was in a mood, man, because already I was upset. I didn't see the Flyers jersey I wanted. And then they're telling me there's no sale. And I'm like, "Yeah, you bunch of Grinches." And I went on my way. Then I go downstairs and I go to Rally House. And then this is the place that I just don't understand. And Rally House is a Fanatics owned thing. It's run by Fanatics, as far as I know. A lot of their product there is like Fanatics branded stuff. You see a lot of the same stuff in there that you see online on Fanatics, right? They're never organized in those stores. The Rally Houses are probably the worst organized. There's stuff everywhere. It looks like a closet. You walk in there, they got stuff everywhere. They do have it like separated by team, but it's, yeah, you're going to be searching a bit when you go in there. And I like Rally House. I have nothing against, but the last 2 years they've done nothing. Not one sale on Black Friday. I'm thinking this is like supposed to be the big sale weekend. People don't want to go to these stores and pay retail at least on this weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They don't want to pay retail. That's not what we're here for, right? So you mean to tell me that both years so far that Rally House has been open at KOP, and I'm sure it's the same way with other Rally House, they do nothing on Black Friday? Like, well, what is this? People don't want to pay retail right now. That's not the point of this weekend. This is where you're supposed to get deals. Nothing. So I was in and out of there. I go over to Lids. Lids, and again, look, I because you're premium member, you do get 20, whatever it is. I think it's like 25% off a hat or whatever it is. So you get something all year round. So I'm not really expecting them to throw big deals at me on at least in store. What they do online, I don't know, but in the store, I know I'm not going to walk in there and be able to grab a bunch of fitted hats, for sale, and that's okay with me because I get a deal all year round. Okay, so I'm not really looking for them to do anything, but they were doing like knit hats, and they were doing the strap back hats, pretty much what they did a year ago in store. They were doing. They may have been doing like a BOGO, but again, it wasn't anything that I was like, okay, well, I can really take advantage here. So, but I did get the Phillies tinsel hat, and I got from the Lids locker room. I got the Carter reverse retro 2.0 for the Flyers because I remembered it was there. I saw it there like a few weeks prior, and I knew it was there. So I'm like, all right, well, I know Dick's didn't have it, and I don't want to get the Adidas version of that one because I don't think I have to for that one. I just want the Fanatics, and I know Fanatics doesn't have it in their brand, and I knew it was sitting there at the Lids locker room, so that's where I went and got it. And like I said, it may have been 10% off, but at least it was something, So I took it. And then Pro Image, I knew they weren't doing anything that I had great interest in. They were running decent sales. They had like something for hoodies, and they had T-shirts, and they had like I guess like 20% or whatever it was on the Mitchell and Ness jerseys and whatnot. So but whatever. I really wasn't expecting a lot there. I still went in there. I looked around. I saw my buddy Anthony, at KOP, and chatted up a little bit. And then I made my way over to the ballpark. I went to for their Red Friday sale, and that was a disaster as far as I'm concerned. It first of all, I got there too early. It wasn't my intention. Sometimes when you leave, you just don't know how good time you're going to make when you're going someplace. I made really good time. I got there about an hour before it opened. The sale started at 10. I got there just a bit after 9. And then I'm outside waiting. There's a big line. I'm waiting in this line. And it's raining. It's not like heavy rain, but it's like a nuisance rain. And what they did was the way to get in is through the third base gate, and then you have the clubhouse door over to your right. And what they were doing is they were doing all the authentics. The authentic stuff that they had was in a restaurant inside Citizens Bank Park called Pass and Stow. And it was different than anything they did in years past. So this is something new that they were doing. I guess they had extra stuff and they just wanted to move whatever. So what happened was we're waiting in line, and where I was waiting initially, the line was off to the side of the stadium, and there was an overpass near the ticket gates. So that's where I was standing with everyone else. We were, at least covered from the rain. And then they moved the line so that you go to the gate when it got a little closer to the time of the open. And now we're outside, and it's, you get it's not heavy rain, but it's just like, I would call it a nuisance rain, but I'm just standing there, getting, the drops of rain, and I'm in line. I'm kind of a little back, and I'm just going, man, is this even worth it? I mean, by the time I got in there, is there even going to be anything? But at that point, I'm just determined, So they let us in, and I go in through the third base gate like everyone else, and I'm walking, and I asked, okay, where's the authentics stuff going to be? And they told me, okay, it's over to your right. That's where that Pass and Stow restaurant is. So I'm looking, and I get inside the corridor area inside the ballpark, and there's a big line. And I knew, like, over to the right is the clubhouse store, but over to the left is where this Pass and Stow is, and I see this gigantic line. And now I'm going, oh no. And I asked them, what are you guys in line for? And they're like, oh, for the authentics. I'm like, but again, I'm a determined man. So I'm waiting in this other line. Keep in mind, I was in one line for an hour already, just about an hour. I'm standing in this other line for about another hour. Hey, it's ridiculous. They're only letting and look, they can only do what they can do. I'm not blaming them. They're only letting people in a section at, how many people in at a time, and it's just monotonous after a while. Just standing, waiting, moving a couple inches. Standing, waiting, moving a couple inches. And I really should have known, but it's the unknown, right? I should have known. But again, it was unknown. And just as for the chance of them having something, I wanted to wait through this thing. I get in there. First of all, they had all the jerseys behind a counter. So you couldn't even look at them. They were behind a counter, like the bar area or whatever it is in that restaurant. And they had some people back there, and they had a list of the jerseys on the table. This is the player, this is the price, basically. Powder blue, white home pinstripe, the road gray, the alternate red. This is all what they have. And here's the list and the price range, right? And I just asked them as soon as I got this, I said, do you have any World Series jerseys? And they said no. And I kind of knew it was a long shot. But, you never know. They had World Series stuff there. There were people walking out with, like, signs. Like, all sorts. They'll sell anything. Okay? It's anything with, like, the World Series logo on there. I'm looking around there, and it was hard. There were so many people, and it was like, trying to figure. They had everything set up on tables. You really had trouble getting around. They had, like jackets, a lot of baseballs. They had, like, some hats, some helmets, other equipment. They had coolers used by the team. Various stuff. Probably some really cool stuff. But at that point, my feet were it was over. And I like, all right, well, let me see if I can go to the clubhouse store. I'm here. Let me just go. I get out of there. I get out of that Pass and Stowe restaurant through a side door. And now I'm back outside of the corridor area. I look over at the where you're supposed to, go towards the clubhouse store, and there was another line. And I said, fuck it. And I just left. I said, no more lines for me. So I left, but actually it worked out because I went back the next evening with my buddy Mark M. Really for the tree lighting, but they were doing 30% at the clubhouse, and there was no line to get in. So went right in. As soon as we got in, we saw those blank jerseys, and the Authentics they were pressing the numbers and whatever. So got the powder blue World Series jersey done as up as you saw in Real Muto. So at the end of the day, it worked out. But it's still disappointing to me. I don't understand what these stores are doing. Anymore. My thought process, literally at the end of that, is no more. I can't do this. I can't. It makes no sense. And again, this is something I love to do. So this is a hard thing. Unless I know ahead of time that at least Dick's Sporting Goods is doing something, I am not going. I'm not getting up early. I'm not going back to the mall on Black Friday. That's it. I'm going to stick to Mitchell. I'm going to stick to the Mitchell and Ness store because at least I know they do a sale. And that's guaranteed year to year. What percent off, we don't know until the week of. But it's guaranteed you're going to get a sale there. And I want to go somewhere where I can get a deal. That's the point of freaking Black Friday. To go somewhere and get a deal. Not to pay retail. If we want to play retail, we'll go any other time of the year. But this one damn day and weekend, you're supposed to get sales. You're supposed to catch a discount. And these stores are all being a bunch of Grinches anymore. This is 2 straight years. And all the deals are online. And I get that. Online, it's easy. You just hit a few buttons. You get up whenever you want. You don't have to do the hustle and bustle. I get that, but I'm one of those that likes to go to the brick and mortar stores. I enjoy that. I like to look at the product, to get it in my hand if I wanted it. I mean, I will say this. I make those purchases online, and then you're waiting forever in a day for the thing to come in. It's like, they don't send them out all at once. They come in different packages. One package might come this day. Another package you're waiting another week or two. Some of these things like those City Edition, the Swingman jerseys. I mean, how long have I waited, right? They haven't even shipped. I just got notice today that Steph Curry shipped. But the Luka hasn't shipped yet, right? The authentic stuff. People are getting the authentic stuff, but the Swingman stuff isn't going out. Like, what is this? So that's the problem with getting online. Then you got to wait, and you're at the mercy of UPS or FedEx or the mail or however they're sending it for it to come. We all know about this time of year. Things happen. So now you got to hope that you get your item. Whereas in the store, I can just grab it. Here it is in my hand. I'm going to pay for it. Get a little discount. Okay, whatever. Okay, great. I got what I wanted, and I didn't have to wait around for it in the mail. Or, it's out of stock, or in my size, or whatever, right? And when I go to the store, I know here it is, and I can just grab it, right? Now, obviously, here, you're at the mercy of the teams that they have in stock. I'm not going to go to, someplace and find maybe like that Nashville jersey. That's not going to be here, right? Or the Arizona jersey that I got coming in. That's not going to be here, right? So, yeah, I mean, certain things, you have to get online. But for the local stuff, I mean, right? Can I just get a deal, Black Friday? I mean, this is supposed to be the big deal day. I don't know. I don't know why the stores are doing it this way anymore. I don't know why they're being so stingy on that time where you're not supposed to be stingy, where you're supposed to be doing deals. And this is why people are here at 6 a.m. in the morning. This is why people get up this early to come and to do this. They're not coming here to go to stores and to see and there was a lot of people. And apparently they had a really good year this year. I don't know what people were getting. Obviously not what I'm looking for, because what I'm looking for really isn't on sale. So they're probably getting, I don't know, video game stuff or electronics or maybe pajama bottoms. I don't know. Maybe there's a big thing about pajama bottoms anymore. I have no idea. But that's literally one of the few things that was on sale at Dick's Sporting Goods was pajama bottoms. It's like, yeah, okay. If you were looking for those, you were in luck because they were on sale. And they were in abundance. So I don't know, and I hate having to feel that way, because I've always like that has been one of my special days. Like I look forward to it's like a Super Bowl to me is Black Friday. The way I go out. I'm all about now. Look, going forward, I'll just go to Mitchell and Ness because at least they're going to give me something. At least they're going to make it my while to go over there. At least to get a deal on something. You know, whether it's 25%. I know this year they were doing a really good sale, and I thought I was going to go, and I didn't. They were doing, for the first 2 hours at the flagship, starting on Friday, it was 40% off, and then it went down to 35%. After the first 2 hours. And then Monday, this past, Cyber Monday, it was 40% all day. And again, I didn't go. I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to go Sunday morning. It just didn't happen. I just got too lazy. I was in bed. I said, it's too comfortable here. I had a big day. Those damn lines got me the day before. So I was, yeah, I was done. And I knew I wanted to get that stuff. I did. I when I came home on that Friday, that's when I got those reverse retro 2.0 paraphernalia from NHL Shop. And I will applaud. Listen, I will applaud Fanatics and NHL Shop. 30% is a good deal. And not only that you were able to get it on brand new product, pretty much. Reverse retro 2.0. I'm sure the C edition stuff for the NBA was on sale. I mean, that's a really nice deal, and that's a way to save some bucks and get some things that maybe otherwise I might not have gotten right away or maybe at all. So I'm glad at least I had a chance at that. I'll also applaud Mitchell and Ness, the flagship, for doing 40%. I know it was only for the first 2 hours and down to 35, but at least they're giving you something. Now you can split hairs about, well, the product is this and that, but they're making it so that you want to go to their store and purchase stuff, right? That's what it's about. That's what that day should be about with these brick and mortar stores, particularly with the brick and mortar stores, because they're the ones. Look, I don't know what type of sales they do throughout the year, but this is the time where, yeah, you can get rid of product. You can move stuff, and it's just retail. It's like, well, what's the point? If you're not going to do sales now, when the hell are you going to do sales? Why are they being so stingy? I don't understand it. The brick and mortar stores in particular have got to take advantage of Black Friday, but at least for what I'm looking for, they don't. Grinches. So I tell you, starting next year, it's going to change. I used to go to the mall every year, Black Friday, but you know what? No. They've gotten me a few years in a row now, where I really felt like I really didn't accomplish much. I got a couple things, right? I'm going to go to Mitchell & Ness, the flagship. That's going to be my deal from starting next year on, unless I know for sure that some of these stores want to play ball on Black Friday at the mall. If I know they're not going to play ball, you don't need me. I go there enough, but when I go out on Black Friday, I'm looking for sales. I'm not going there for retail. Retail doesn't even come into my vocabulary that weekend. Not even into the vocabulary. I am not looking to pay retail price for anything. Anything. That is the big sale weekend. And if you're not going to take advantage of it, and you don't want me coming into your store that day, all right, I know I'm one person. But you're not getting me in there. You want me in there, you do a sale. Then you get me in. I'll come in then. No more. I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn. Why? To go to Dick's Sporting Goods and they're not running a sale? To go to Rally House and they're just saying, this is another day. No, it's not another day. Black Friday should mean something again. I'm sorry. These stores, they got to get with the program. They really do. This is the sale week. Should be the biggest sale weekend of the freaking year. And I know that there's sales throughout the year, and it is what it is, but this is the big one. It used to be so great. We got to make, I hate to use the, we got to make it great again. I don't know what they got to do. But we got to make Black Friday, it's got to stand for something again. At least in the brick and mortars. Online, they're doing great. And there were tons of great, I think this was one of the best sale years, to be honest, that I've seen in a while. Because a lot of those other years I've noticed, like on Fanatics, they'll do like free shipping. they'll do like, yeah, 20%, yeah, chicken scratch. It's and look, at least it's something, but is it really? When you think about it, is it really? Free shipping? What's that? Come on. What are we doing? so I could save $7 on my whole order. Ooh. There's a real reason for me to want to shop there. on the big sale weekend of the year, right? No, so this year I saw a lot of great deals. I mean, a lot of great deals. And to me, 30% Fanatics, NHL, I tipped the hat. I mean, that was great. Hey, that's what I'm looking for that weekend. I want big deals. My wallet doesn't, but I do. All right, Mitchell and Ness, again, I tipped the hat. Now, I didn't go. I didn't take advantage. Okay? But 40%? Yeah, that's nice. That's a good deal. Now, you have to beat the clock, but that's okay. They used to do sales back in the day where it was, you had to be there before noon to get the big discount. That's fine. That's what Black Friday should be about. It's early sales. You get up early, you go. You do it. Anyhow, that was my experience. In store, in the brick and mortar store, it wasn't good. It just wasn't. Online, it was good. It was good. 30%, getting some things that maybe I wouldn't have. I'm happy with that. To have had the opportunity, to get those things that I may have missed out on otherwise. Okay? So, that pleases me. They did good. The brick and mortar stores didn't do good, besides Mitchell and Ness. And I didn't take advantage, but 40%, 35%, that's good. That's a good sale. Even though yours truly did not partake in. And I made the decision that I really wanted to focus on the reverse retros, because once they're gone, they're gone. Any of the new stuff, the current jerseys, once they go, they're good. They go. And you may have to be at the mercy of the secondary markets and paying those crazy prices, which I don't want to do, even with the paying for. I don't want to do that, right? You see these freaking Capitals jerseys. I mean, my God. You go on eBay, you just do a search for Capitals jersey or reverse retro jersey. All those 2.0s are up there for like 400, 350, 300. It's like, come on, dude. Even the Fanatics branded ones. Like, really? Really? I'm glad that at least I'm getting mine done custom by that place in Canada that I'm blanking on their name right now. But I will get it eventually. Maybe in another couple weeks, we'll see. But I will get it. And I didn't have to pay that crazy markup, right? The other place I thought that was doing a good deal, and I would have taken advantage of it if NHL Shop didn't have everything I wanted in my size, was Cool Hockey. They were doing 25%. Now, it did not include the reverse retros, though. Those were excluded from it. But I was thinking about getting the Seattle Kraken jersey. I didn't. I wanted to get one with the inaugural patch on there. That's still going to happen at some point. I just don't know when. But I would have taken advantage of it. But to me, again, 25%, that's a pretty decent sale. That's a pretty decent sale. And you can do the paying for with them through PayPal. See? Yeah. I noticed that when I got the Zegrast Ducks Reverse Retro 2.0, which hopefully, again, will be in the mail in another week or so. See, that's the problem, man. With all this, you get stuff online, and you got to hope, when are they going to ship it? And then you got to wait. And then you got to follow that tracking number. And I got a hat from Hat Club, and there is no tracking. That's the problem, man. You can't get into brick and mortar places, and there's no hat clubs here. There's no hat clubs in the hat club. This is me. This is me talking, okay? We need to get a hat club in Philly. What is this? New York is the only place you can have a hat club in the Eastern Northeast? Huh? Let's get one in Philly. There's a lot of hat people in Philly, right? There's a big hat community in Philly. Let's get a hat club in Philly, for God's sakes. What do you want us to go to New York all the time for? Bring one here. Damn it. Yeah, I said it. I'll stand up and say it. No, no, I can't stand up right now. You hat club. You get a freaking hat club in the Philly area. There's plenty of places that you can do a whole chain in the Philly area, and there's tons of fitted collectors in the Philly area. Put freaking hat clubs here, for God's sakes. Guess we're just gonna have to spend all of our money at Lids. How you like that? I like them apples. I would like a hat club to be in this area. I don't know what it's going to take for us to get one, but I guess they just all have to, it just has to be in New York. That's what it is with King Leo there. What up, YouTube? Fire. Shout out to King Leo. As always. But, man, again, man, it was mixed emotions for Black Friday 2022. The negative was brick and mortar places, the mall, very disappointing. And again, for what I'm looking for, I'm sure people had a lot of success and were very happy with Black Friday this year. I just wasn't. It just wasn't really, many great deals for what I look for, Online, yeah, there was. And like I said, if I went to Mitchell and Ness, it would have been a really nice deal there too. I would have been there for the 40%, but I wanted to focus on those reverse retros. Yeah, I had to because, the Mitchell and Ness stuff, I'm pretty sure during the Super Bowl sale, it's probably going to be there. I can get it then. The reverse retros, when they're gone, they're gone. And I don't want to pay those markup prices if I can avoid it on eBay. I really don't. And, down the road, you might find a deal here and there for them. I got some of the 1.0s. Like you said, I just got the Rene jersey. But, it's like a couple years after the fact, right? I know I got a Jordan Bennington Blues jersey some time ago off eBay. And that was a really good deal, too. I think it was earlier this year. The 1.0 Blues reverse retro. But it's, they get hard to find, and you got to find it in your size. So it's just one of those things. I know that these are special, and they don't come out every year. I mean, unless whoever takes the NHL after Adidas is done, if it's Nike. And if it's Nike, they might do it every year. With Nike, the way they do their jersey, the city editions, right? They might do them every year. But at least with Adidas, they were doing them every other year. And so, they're in a way, it's kind of special. But then you kind of have to jump on them while they're there. Because, as we know, when they're gone, they're gone. And you have to then be at the mercy of the secondary markets. And that's not always the kindest on the wallet. It's not always. And I consider myself fortunate. I haven't had to pay those big markup prices at this point for them. But that's what I'm trying to avoid. So you get them while they're available. So I really made the focus of getting them, during this, during the sale weekend, and I was happy to get a couple. And I got a 1.0. I got the Predators off eBay, so that was pretty lucky. I did go to a couple local Rosses. I do know, like I said before, that people were finding some of the 1.0 reverse retros there, and some other hockey jerseys for Adidas. Some of them are blanks. Some of them might have a player name and number. I know some people have been pretty fortunate to find them. I know there's this one guy I follow who lives out in Arizona, and he's a big Arizona sports fan, so he does videos on YouTube. I'm blanking on the name. It may be Arizona sports fan. I don't know. But he did a review for some jersey pickups, and he got a couple of them from his local Rosses, including the 1.0 Coyotes. And so I went, of course, being the jersey head, I went to a couple of my local Rosses, and I did see a jersey. It was a blank yellow Penguins, alternate jersey, but they didn't have any reverse retros or anything with player name and number. But even as the Flyer fan I am, if the Penguins was a name and number, I probably would have grabbed it because it was pretty cheap. I forget exactly how much they are. I want to say it was like 30 to 40 in that range, which is, for an Adidas authentic jersey, even though it's a blank, really nice. And obviously customizable. You can send it somewhere and it can get the name and number. But if it was some other team that was harder to find or, something else that I was kind of looking for, I probably would have grabbed it, and then sent it off somewhere to have it customized if it was a blank. But, like I said, the only ones I saw there were Penguins, the yellow, and they're hard to miss, right? Speaking of yellow jerseys. But it was a blank alternate, yellow Penguins jersey, Adidas. Actually, I'm sorry. It was the Fanatics. It was the Fanatics branded one. I'm sorry. It was the Fanatics branded, and that's what that's apparently what people were finding at their local Rosses. But as we know, Adidas is going to lose the licensing. I forget if it's after this season or next, but pretty soon. So I would imagine after that, at some point, you'll see some authentic Adidas pop into Ross and TJ Maxx and those type of places. So around that time, you just have to keep your eyes open. Ross is a place in TJ Maxx. It is a place I would like to get to a little more. I even thought about vlogging in there from time to time. I don't know, and they're so close to me. I just don't go to them as often as maybe I should. But particularly this time of year, because you do have like jerseys that pop up there and stuff like that. But maybe it will be one of my New Year's resolutions that I never keep. But 2023, I got to get to Ross more. All right, everyone. Well, I blabbed on here for an hour and 6 minutes. I did some. I showed a couple pickups. We talked about this past pretty uneventful Black Friday as far as in store goes. Online, great. In store, no, and disappointing. That's really all I can say as it. But we'll see what happens next year. Yeah, it is what it is. It's really going to be a game time decision whether I go. I might not. And it would suck because it would be the first year that I didn't do it. At least get up that early and go to a mall. Like I said, I'll probably just go to the Mitchell & Ness flagship because at least I'll do something, make it worth my while to go there. But malls, I don't know. I go there enough during the years, as you guys know. But Black Friday, that might not happen next year. We'll see. And it would be a shame. For me at least, because I do look forward to doing it. But if they're not going to make anything worth my time in there, and then time and effort to do it, what's the point? It just makes no sense to do if they're just not going to do anything. At least for what I'm looking for. And again, I can only speak of what I'm looking for. I'm not there looking for entertainment stuff like TVs or video games or stuff like that. I'm there looking for jerseys and hats. And if they're not going to give me good enough sales for that, well, there's no point for me to go there. I'll go to Mitchell & Ness. I'll do something else. I'll maybe do more online where there's more opportunity. But it's like I said, it's a shame because I do like doing that. And it's just, if they're not going to make it worth my time for it, there's no sense doing it. I can go plenty of other times throughout the year. Anyhow, I'm going to go so I can upload this to YouTube. But yeah, I know it's going to take a little time. But you all take care, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. It is now fully into the holiday season 2022, and we're less than a month away from it being 2023. Oh, my God, where did this year go? Where do they always go, right? I know it's the same time every year, but it just feels like it just flies by, right? All right, everyone, take care. What do you always got to do? Leave those likes. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to hit the bell icon as I continue to digest my dinner. So you get notified to all future content from yours truly. I do hope to get back into the Season of the Fan series. I know this year has been a bit of a miss with that for me, and the Eagles are having such a great... it's almost like I don't want to jinx it. Right? I'll do a video, then they'll lose. And it's like, damn it. But they are playing the Titans this weekend. They're 10-1 going into this week, and I know that Slim's family's big Titan fans, but nah. We can't be with you all, Haas and family this weekend. And this weekend it's about the Birds. So let's go Birds, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Be careful out there, everyone. Be safe.